If you've lifted your 2021 or newer two-door Bronco, or you simply don't have a side step and don't want to struggle to get into the cab anymore, these Red Rock BRS running boards will be a great step to check out. They will have a more minimal factory style appearance to them if you want a step that's going to complement the side of your Bronco without being too overly flashy, and the tough build will double as some protection whether you're sticking to the street or doing any off-road driving. These will have a running board style design with a slimmer middle section and chunkier ends to give the step some more character, and will allow for a wide stepping space for a good footing when getting in and out, 5 inches wide to be exact. Now the stepping surface will also be die stamped, which will help with the style of course, but also to help with drainage to keep the step drier in bad weather so you can keep more traction for when you need it. Now while this side step is wide for good accessibility, it's also going to provide some solid protection from anything kicking up from the front tires and smaller hazards when taking your Bronco off-road. It also has a ledge in the back here to cover up the pinch weld and create more of a finished appearance to the side of your Bronco. Now these are going to be made of a steel construction, which will be tough, and on top they're going to feature a 2-stage coating. Now first is going to be an epoxy pre-coating and then a texture black powder coat to protect the steel underneath from rusting, protect against surface damage, and of course to add the rugged appearance to these steps. These will also come with black powder coated steel brackets for solid support and rust prevention, and everything in the kit to allow these to bolt on with no modifications required to your Bronco. These are about $375 and are right in the middle of the price range when looking at all the other steps in the category. Now they have the build of more of that running board design, but with some ruggedness to the build that's going to help both aesthetically and functionally for your Bronco. They'll also offer the protection without being too bulky and the accessibility without too much of a drop or an overly flashy design, making it great if that's what you're in search of. Install here is going to be super simple, a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, only taking you 2 hours total to get the job done with some pretty basic hand tools. Now at this point we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get these onto your Bronco at home, so that's going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet and 10, 13, and 15 millimeter sockets. What's up guys? Today we're installing a set of side steps on our Bronco, so let's get started. So now the first thing we're going to do is loosely install our 2 mounting brackets. Now there's a taller one and a shorter one. The taller one's going to go in the rear, the shorter one's going to be up front. We have 1 bolt with a flat washer for each of these brackets that are going to go into threaded holes in the body. We're just going to loosely install them for now. We're not going to fully tighten them down until we get our side step in place and all of our hardware installed. So now we're going to start on the rear here. I'm going to raise this bracket up and put our bolt and flat washer through that hole and thread it up into the body. And we're just going to leave it a little loose for now and go ahead and do that same thing on the front. So now we're ready to mount our side step up onto our brackets. We have 2 sets of studs on our side step that are going to go through the holes in the pinch weld. Our brackets are centered right on those holes. So we'll slide these through the hole in the pinch weld and lay it down. So now underneath, we're going to take a flat washer and nut to thread onto our 2 studs. And then we can grab our bolts with flat washer, line up our bracket, and thread those into the bottom of our step. And then you can grab a 10 millimeter socket. We're going to tighten down the 2 nuts on our stud first to pull the side step in. And then I'll switch to a 13 millimeter socket for the bottom 2 bolts. And then we'll tighten down the other side and then get the top bolt on our bracket. And now once you have your pinch weld and bottom bolts tightened down, you can go back with a 15 millimeter socket and tighten down your top bolt. And now once you have your side step installed on one side, you can repeat that same process on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Red Rock BRS running boards for your 2021 and newer two-door Bronco. Thank you for watching, and for all things Bronco, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.